Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, McNeill Crafts. So today is another make for Samantha Kay. She makes the most amazing chipboard pieces. Look at the detail in that. Honestly, that is so fine. Her stuff is incredible. I love it. Now so far all the videos that I have done for Sam, I have been really elaborate and layered loads of her pieces up and made big mixed media pieces, and that's great, but sometimes, you know, I have learnt to be a bit more like, oh, this is my craft stash, I'm just going to enjoy it and I'm going to shove it all on. But I also know that I can be really tight and want to make things go as far as possible. So for today's video I am going to make a feature of just one piece of MDF, and we can see how dramatic and amazing that we can make it. Now I have got this bit of paper. I want it to be a bit darker than this. This is from one of the Santoro Gorgeous Girl collections. It's this one here. Okay, so that is a paper from that one there. I'm just going to grab my distress ink in Black Suit. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too noisy, because I really want to darken this up quite a bit, because I really want the feature, the main feature, to be that gorgeous MDF. So this is just a little bit of a background. I had the idea of you know, doing a sky. Actually, I was going to do a galaxy painting of my own, and then thought, you know what, let's just keep it really simple. Let's just use paper that we've got in our stash, because I think we've all probably got paper in our stash. And you know what, the galaxy painting thing is so popular at the minute. Absolutely everybody seems to be creating galaxy effect type papers. So yeah, you should be able to find. And if not, and you want to create your own, I have done a fair amount of tutorials where I've created galaxy effect things, so I'm sure you could find those. So I have really darkened that up a lot now, because as I said, I want the main feature to be that gorgeous MDF. So I am going to just, because it does make a difference, I know what it's like, I've just distressed it all in Black Suit, so it should be nice and black for me. No, but even with that even with that, I need to put my edging down. So I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, and whilst it is drying I am going to start to paint my MDF piece. And I'm going to start off, we're just going to keep it really simple today. We are going to use white. Okay, and then I may add some texture to it as well. So I am going to get my white gesso and I will be back in a jiffy. Okay, so I am just using some Finnabar Art Basics heavy gesso in white. I quite like this gesso. My favourite gesso at this moment in time is 13 Arts, because it's really nice and thick. But because these pieces are so fine, I don't want to end up with like wadges of gesso in the detailed areas, because I mean, the fact that Sam's managed to cut that so intricately, it just seems a shame to then sort of ruin that by using a really heavy gesso on it and all the gorgeous cutaway parts just being clogged up. That seems just a little bit counterintuitive. So I am just going to, and that is why I'm sort of stippling around these bits here, is because I don't want a build up of thick cloggy stuff. Now I will most likely get some white paint onto that as well, just to really make it nice and bright, but that's me just primed it. I'm actually going to go around the edges of this as well, because we'll see it on the card. And I really want this to be white, and that is because we want to make this really striking against that really dark background that we've just created. So I'm just going to do that again. Okay, and then I am going to have a look at what white paints I've got, because although yes, we've just painted it white with gesso, gesso is semi-transparent, so you're not going to get a really bright white opaque finish. So we do need to actually sort of pull out some paints to create that effect. So I'm just going to get that now whilst that is drying, and we will give it a coat of something else, and I will be back. Okay, so I have given this 2 coats with the Dylusions white linen paint. So any sort of opaque titanium white is probably a good thing to use. Now, so that is it there, and against the black it does look really striking, which is fantastic. But everything, even white, has shades. Now, I know you'll have heard me banging on about this before, but quite often, maybe when we're using something like this, we can be tempted to just go, well, that's white, and then paint it white, or leaves are green and then paint it green. And that's fine, but nothing in life is a flat colour like that. And so even with white, although we don't want much, we do still want to have, you know, shadow, mid-tone and highlight. So we need to put a little bit of colour on. Now I'm not sure if this is going to work. If not, I will go back to my other pastels, but these are pastels from Jane Davenport. It's just that the ones that I used last time, they don't really have a subtle grey. They just sort of had a black, and they had purpley, which I didn't really want. But actually that's doing it, because I don't need much. I just need something so that we have different tones. You still want it to look white, but as I said, you go into any sort of decorating shop, how many whites do you get? Do you know what I mean? There are loads of whites, and if you were to look at something, you know, you look around your room now, have a look at something that's white, it is not all one tone. So even with white, we need to create different tones. So I think I have just sort of done that. That has picked up the edge a little bit, which is what I wanted. So I'm quite pleased with that. As I said, I'm not sure this is the best product, but it is working. Well, it's a very good product, but I meant for this technique. But actually, yeah, no, it is picking up the colour. So that's fine. So I don't know whether you can see that. Hang on, I'm just going to try moving my bright light away. See if that makes a difference to you seeing the different shades on that. Okay. Okay, so off camera I have just stuck that all to my card. Sorry, that was a bit of a glue strand there. And now I'm just going to edge it in black. Unfortunately, I don't think I've stuck my paper down very evenly, so that's not so good. I might have to try and... Should I try and fix it, or should we just... Oh, let's try and fix it. Why not? Right. I'll stick with tape. There you go, see? Happens to all of us. Right, let's pop some tape down and see if we can get that looking a bit better. It would only bother me. You know, I would try and carry on regardless, and it would genuinely just bother me. I would end up having to do it off camera anyway, so why not do it on? It shows we're all the same. It's alright to stick something down and then go, nah, I don't like that, and redo it. Oops. Right. Let's see how we're going now. That looks a bit better. It's a bit more difficult because the chipboard's already stuck to the paper, but you know, we'll manage. That's somewhat better. Right, so I've stuck the paper to the card, and I have stuck the, sorry, it's not chipboard, MDF to the card as well. So now I have got some Nouveau drops, and I also picked up some other goodies which I seem to have already, oh there they are, already misplaced. Right, in the centre I am going to, if I can get this to work, that's it, unclogged now. So I am going to put this as some Nouveau drops, and I'm just going to put a big amount of that in the centre of my MDF, and then I have some transparent micro beads. So I'm just going to, I should probably do this over a sheet of paper or something so that I can save them. Right, let's just get some micro beads in there. Oops. I was actually just I'm going to put micro beads in the centre. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? It's like it's raining micro beads. Sounds better than the rain that we've been hearing here anyway. I was actually just going to put micro beads in the centre and then just have plain Nouveau drops around the edge, but actually let's just go for it the whole lot. So I'm going to put some more dots on some of the more solid pieces. I was just going to do dots and then leave it, but actually let's really go to town and have loads of those micro beads. So just basically in the centre of every flower head I am going to put a dot of this transparent Nouveau drops, and then I will sprinkle some more of those beads on. Why not? Let's go to town. I'm going to put a bit on the stalk as well. That was a bit overkill, not quite what I was expecting. Right, let's sprinkle a few more in there. It's going to be blingy blingy. Oops, and we'll put a bit down there. Right, I will now have to sort of clear this off, or I am going to be finding micro beads on my work for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'll just put those back in the pot and then we will do the final touches. It's looking pretty though, I like it. Okay, so that is looking really good. It's really dramatic, but it still just needs to look a little bit more impressive. So the wonders of a white pen. So I'm just going to draw some little lines. So it's just a simple line and then do it like a semicircle and then some little prongy things coming out of it, and hopefully this will just look like some little dandelion heads floating, blowing away. So I'm using here a Signo Uniball pen, so I'm just going to go over that because it's a little bit transparent. So now we've got our little dandelion things just wisping away. Okay, and I might just put a couple more in the different direction. Yeah, just so it's, there we go. So it's really simple. It's a really simple doodle. Anyone can do that. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put lots of dots all over here. So in different sizes, sort of group them together in different sizes, and we'll get a nice starry night effect. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And hopefully, as I said, we'll have something really quite special by the time we've finished. I love white pen, especially like the fact that we've done the dark background. It's really what brings it to life. So I'm deliberately going for different size dots because with stars and things, you know, they don't all look the same size. So it's good to sort of mimic that and to do them in sort of little clusters. Okay, so then once we've done that in various places, I'm going to have some sort of just coming off the page. Then once we've done that, okay, we just want to choose a couple of them and just make a star shaped. So it's just a line above, a line down, so we create a cross and then just do that again. And I'm just going to do that in a couple of different places, like so. Now, I'm going to decide, I'm also going to just draw a little doodly border, again for the contrast to frame it. Like so. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to add some silver splashes as well, just to give it extra dimension, or whether that's enough. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's try some silver splashes. Okay, so I've just taken a little bit of ink from my Zig marker. I don't particularly want these splashes going on the dandelion clock head too much, so I am just sort of protecting that a little bit. The other thing, when you're doing your splashes, do at some point turn your work and then splash in the opposite direction, otherwise it does just look a bit random. It's good for everything to be going, yeah. That's definitely made it look a bit more starry, so I am definitely happy with that. Yeah, that stands out better. Sorry, it was just the fact that that was so subtle, because we've got the black and white contrast there. The fact that I couldn't read the writing, and yeah, there was no contrast there. It was sort of jarring against the way the rest of the card looked. So I'm just going to put in the word beautiful there. Try not to get that squint. I'm trying not to get it squint and trying not to mess up the slightly wet paint. So it's probably best to sort of, you know, wait till it's dry. Where's the sense? Well, you know, where's the fun in doing things in a sensible way? So, beautiful adventure. We'll have that instead, and hopefully that that will be that. Okay, so beautiful adventure. So as I say, I hope you agree that yes, my other projects I've been completely layering them up and they look so luxurious and fantastic, but you can also use just one of Sam's chipboards and create an absolutely stunning work of art. So if you have joined me here at Julia McNeill Crafts, feel free to pop over to Sam's channel. She's got a team of people doing demonstrations for her, so lots of inspiration there. If you find me on Sam's channel, please feel free to pop over and see the other things that I create. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I'll be back again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.